Hello, dear students. Subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon. These points which I have presented here in this video are very important for your board examination. If you find these points helpful, try to copy it in your note copies. These points are written in simple language for your easy understanding. You can mix up your own ideas here in these points to beautify your answers. If you need more chapters of your course, check out my video's description. Suraj BHATT. Hello all my dear students, it's Miss Suraj once again for you to help. Today I have brought a humorous story from class 12's major English book, Encounters, which is The Jar by Luigi Pirandello. Here in this video, I have presented this particular story's main summary points in both English and Nepali languages for you. I would like to request all of you to copy all these important points into your note copies to secure fine marks in your NEB board examination. Luigi Pirandello's The Jar in Nepali, presenting for you main summary points. Encounters, class 12, SSCB, NEB board. यस कथामा रहेका मुख्य पात्रहरू नंबर फर्स्ट में लोलो जिराफा, वहाँ एक घामड किसान हो जो प्रिमोसोल में बस्नुहुन्छ। नंबर सेकेंड जी डीमा, वहाँ एक बुढो र अति शङ्कालु काँटीकिला औजारले सामान जोड्ने व्यक्ति हो। नंबर थर्ड में लोलोका कामदारहरू रहेका छन्। नंबर फोर्थ में जी डीमाको सहायक रहेको छ। नंबर फिफ्थ में लोलोको वकिल रहेको छ। यस कथाको स्वर हाँसो उठ्दो खालको छ। Let's start. The Jar, Gagru. This humorous story, The Jar, has been written by a Sicilian writer, Luigi Pirandello. यो हास्यमय कथा गाग्रो एकजना सिसिलियन लेखक ल्युगी पिरेन्डेलोद्वारा लेखिएको हो। This story is quite humorous, which has presented the account of comic plight of a riveter G. Dima. यो कथा निकै हास्यमय छ जसले एकजना रिवेटर काँटी किला औजारले सामान जोड्ने व्यक्ति जी डीमाको हास्यमय दुर्दशाको लेखा प्रस्तुत गरेको छ। This story is about a selfish and arrogant farmer Lolo Giraffe who has created the comic plight for G. Dima. यो कथा एकजना स्वार्थी र घामड किसान लोलो जिराफाको बारेमा हो जसले जी डीमाको निम्ति हास्यमय दुर्दशाको सिर्जना गरेको छ। Lolo Giraffe was quite rich and rude farmer who lived at Primosol. लोलो जिराफा निकै धनी र तुच्छ किसान थियो जो प्रिमोसोलमा बस्दथ्यो। He was quite doubtful and moody person. ऊ निकै शङ्कालु र मोडी व्यक्ति थियो। He used to sue case in the court for the minor reasons. ऊ सामान्य कारणहरूका लागि अदालतमा मुद्दा हालिहाल्थ्यो। He had quite big olive crop. उसको निकै ठुलो ओलिभको बाली थियो। Once he got plenty of olives from his crops. एक पटक उसले टन्नै ओलिभ्सहरू आफ्नो बालीहरूबाट प्राप्त गर्यो। He ordered a big jar so that he could store olives in a proper manner. उसले एक ठुलो गाग्रोको आदेश दियो ताकि ऊ उचित ढङ्गले ओलिभ्सहरूलाई जमा गर्न सकोस्। The ordered big jar was completed as well as brought from the potter. आदेश अनुसारको ठुलो गाग्रो पुरै तयार भयो र कुमाले कहाँबाट ल्याइयो। It was too big jar, that's why it was placed outside in the shed. त्यो गाग्रो निकै ठुलो थियो त्यसकारण त्यसलाई बाहिरपट्टिको गोठमा राखियो। Lolo became quite contented about that jar. लोलो चाहिँ गाग्रोबारे निकै सन्तुष्ट भयो। During the harvest of olives, he kept eye on the workers whether they were working accurately or not. अलिभ्सहरू काट्ने समयमा ऊ आफ्ना कामदारहरूमाथि तिनीहरू सही ढङ्गले काम गरिरहेको वा नगरिरहेको भनी आँखा जमाइराख्दथ्यो। After 3 days, when the olives were gathered completely, 3 workers went to the set to replace the ladle and the poles of the jar. 3 दिनहरू पश्चात जब अलिभ्सहरू पूर्ण रूपले सङ्कलन गरियो, 3जना कामदारहरू गोठतिर गाग्रोको भर्याङ र पोलहरू हटाउनका निम्ति गए। But when they inspected the jar, they found the jar broken into 2 parts. तर जब तिनीहरूले गाग्रोलाई जाँचे, तिनीहरूले गाग्रोलाई 2 टुक्रामा फुटेको भेटाए। They became too afraid to see the condition of the jar. तिनीहरू गाग्रोको अवस्था देख्दा निकै डराए। Among them, one of the workers wanted to keep the news of the jar sacred, but other workers thought to be good to inform Lolo. तिनीहरूमध्ये एकजना कामदार गाग्रोको समाचार गोप्य राख्न चाहन्थ्यो, तर अन्य कामदारहरूले लोलोलाई सूचना दिने कुरालाई उचित ठाने। When Lolo got known about that, he became quite angry with the workers. जब लोलोलाई त्यसबारे थाहा भयो, ऊ कामदारहरूसँग निकै रिसायो। He became quite doubtful and pondered who broke the jar and why. ऊ निकै शङ्कालु बन्न पुग्यो र गाग्रो कसले र किन फुटायो भनी सोच्न थाल्यो। He was quite sure that the jar was all right when it was brought from the potter. ऊ गाग्रो कुमाले कहाँबाट ल्याउँदा सही थियो भन्ने कुरामा निकै ढुक्क थियो। He even suspected his own workers. उसले आफ्ना कामदारहरूमा समेत शङ्का गर्यो। After some time, when he became calm, some of the workers asked him to call a riveter fixture called Gdima to repeat that big jar. केही समय पश्चात जब ऊ शान्त भयो, केही कामदारहरूले उसलाई त्यो ठूलो गाग्रो मर्मत गर्नका निम्ति जीडीमा नामक वस्तु जोड्ने मान्छे बोलाउन भने। The workers even suggested Lolo about the new cement invented by Gdima. कामदारहरूले जीडीमाद्वारा आविष्कार गरिएको नयाँ सिमेन्ट बारे समेत लोलोलाई सुझाव दिए। According to the workers, Gdima cement could join any bricks. कामदारहरूका अनुसार जीडीमाको सिमेन्ट कुनै पनि टुटफुटहरूलाई जोड्न सक्थ्यो। Eventually, Gdima was called to fix the broken jar in Primosol. अन्त्यमा जीडीमालाई फुटेको गाग्रो जोड्नका निम्ति प्रिमोसोलमा बोलाइयो। Gdima came to Primosol along with his cement and other instruments. जीडीमा प्रिमोसोलमा आफ्नो सिमेन्ट र अन्य औजारहरू बोकी आयो। As an old guy, he was quite worried about the fact behind his cement. एक बुढो व्यक्ति भएकोले ऊ आफ्नो सिमेन्ट पछिको तथ्यबारे निकै चिन्तित थियो। He didn't want that anybody would know about his cement and its formula. ऊ कोही पनि आफ्नो सिमेन्ट र त्यसको सूत्रबारे थाहा पाओस् भन्ने चाहँदैन थियो। While he was at his work of fixing, he didn't allow anyone to come near and see that. जब ऊ आफ्नो जोड्ने कार्यमा थियो, उसले कसैलाई नि छेउमा आउने र त्यसलाई हेर्ने अनुमति दिएन। He even prohibited Lolo to look at his cement. उसले लोलोलाई समेत आफ्नो सिमेन्ट हेर्न प्रतिबन्ध लगायो। He told Lolo to see the result only. उसले लोलोलाई केवल परिणाम हेर्न भन्यो। At first, he examined the broken jar and came to the conclusion that he would easily fix that jar with his cement. प्रारम्भमा उसले फुटेको गाग्रो जाँच्यो र आफ्नो सिमेन्टले त्यो गाग्रो सजिलै जोड्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुराको निष्कर्षमा पुग्यो। Lolo became suspicious about Dima's cement and even asked Dima to use rivets also. लोलो डिमाको सिमेन्ट बारे शङ्कायुक्त भयो र डिमालाई काँटीहरूको पनि प्रयोग गर्न भन्यो। Dima started his task. डिमाले आफ्नो कार्य सुरु गर्यो। He made various holes on the edge of the broken jar. उसले फुटेको गाग्रोको किनारमा अनेकौं प्वालहरू बनायो। He also made sized rivets with his pliers. उसले आफ्नो पिन्चिसले सही आकारका काँटीहरू पनि बनायो। He took out his cement from the box by the help of his assistant. उसले आफ्नो सहायकको सहयोगमा आफ्नो सिमेन्ट बक्साबाट बाहिर झिक्यो। He fixed the cement from the outer part and went inside the jar along with pliers, rivets as well as cement. उसले बाहिरी भागबाट सिमेन्ट टाँस्यो र आफ्नो पिन्चिस, काँटीहरू साथै सिमेन्ट बोकी गाग्रो भित्र गयो। He ordered his assistant to fit the broken part from outside. उसले आफ्नो सहायकलाई फुटेको भाग बाहिरबाट जोड्न भनी आदेश दियो. The assistant pushed the parts closer. सहायकले टुटेको भागहरूलाई धकेली आपसमा जोड्यो. Dima used his pliers to twist the rivets of holes from inside. डिमाले आफ्नो पिन्चेस भित्रबाट प्वालमा रहेका काँटीहरूलाई बेटार्न प्रयोग गर्यो. It almost took an hour to twist all the rivets of the holes from inside. गाग्रो भित्रबाट प्वालहरूमा रहेका काँटीहरूलाई बेटार्न झण्डै 1 घण्टा लाग्यो. When he finished all his tasks, he tried to come out through the neck of the jar, but he couldn't. जब उसले आफ्नो सम्पूर्ण कार्यहरू सिद्ध्यायो, उसले गाग्रोको मुख्य द्वार मार्फत बाहिर आउने प्रयास गर्यो तर सकेन. When the broken jar was fixed, the neck of the jar also became narrow. जब फुटेको गाग्रो जोडियो, गाग्रोको मुख्य द्वार पनि साँघुरो भयो. When Lolo came there, he was amazed to see Dima trapped inside the jar. जब लोलो त्यहाँ आइपुग्यो, ऊ डिमालाई गाग्रो भित्र फसेको देख्दा अचम्मित भयो. He didn't get idea about the next steps, so he provided 5 liras to Dima for his task and also some foodstuffs. उसलाई अब के गर्ने भन्ने कुनै जुक्ति आएन, त्यसैले उसले डिमालाई उसको कार्यका लागि 5 लिराहरू र केही खानेकुराहरू पनि प्रदान गर्यो. He moved to lawyer to ask about that case. ऊ वकिल कहाँ त्यो मुद्दाको बारेमा सोध्न हिँड्यो. When the lawyer heard the case, he couldn't help laughing. जब वकिलले मुद्दा सुन्यो, उसले हाँसो रोक्न सकेन. The lawyer suggested that G. Dima should be released and even fined for Lolo's loss. वकिलले जी डिमालाई निकालिनु पर्दछ र लोलोको क्षतिका लागि तिर्न समेत लगाइनु पर्दछ भनी सुझाव दियो. When Lolo related lawyer's words to G. Dima refused to pay up. जब लोलोले वकिलका शब्दहरू जी डिमालाई बतायो, डिमाले तिर्न अस्वीकार गर्यो. He preferred to rot inside instead of paying. उसले पैसा तिर्नुको सट्टा गाग्रो भित्रै कुहिन मन परायो. जी डिमा became quite tired inside the jar. जी डिमा गाग्रो भित्र निकै थकित भयो. He planned to have feast inside the jar. उसले गाग्रो भित्रै भोज गर्ने निर्णय गर्यो. So he ordered to buy necessary goods to his assistant. त्यसैले उसले आफ्नो सहायकलाई आवश्यक सरसामानहरू किन्न आदेश दियो. They started drinking along with singing and dancing. तिनीहरूले नाचगान सँगै पिउन सुरु गरे. Their noise made Lolo awake. तिनीहरूको हो हल्लाले लोलोलाई बिउझाइदियो. He couldn't tolerate their noise. उसले तिनीहरूको हो हल्ला सहन सकेन. He kicked the jar being furious. उसले रिसको झोकमा गाग्रोलाई लात्ता हान्यो. The jar rolled down and hit the olive tree. गाग्रो तलतिर गुड्यो र ओलिभको रुखसँग ठोकियो. G. Dima was released and even won the case in the court. G. Dima मुक्त भयो र कोर्टमा मुद्दा समेत जित्यो. He didn't have to pay for jar's compensation. उसले गाग्रोको क्षतिपूर्ति तिर्नु परेन.